Hope you all guys are having a wonderful day. We are back again live with another updates on Manchester United. We'll cover the game that happened that we played today and also injury concerns. Rasmus Højlund is injured. Lenny Euro is injured. So it makes us vulnerable again as we were vulnerable in the last season. So first we'll talk about the game. Manchester United played the game against Real Betis. Betis were actually good. If we analyze the game and if we talk the numbers metrics in detail, then we'll see there were a lot of good things from Betis and there were a lot of good things from Manchester United. Manchester United started the midfield three of Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Scott McTominay, and Marcus Rashford, Amad Diallo were on the wings. Jadon Sancho was the up front. So it was always going to be tough for Jadon Sancho as it is not his natural position. His priority position is left wing and he can play on the right wing but not as a striker. He's I think not that much impactful from the striker. Scott McTominay number 10 is good for the bench for now and we are looking more and more likely to sell him. We will see what happens in the transfer window and we'll talk about the game. Uh, Manchester United's player were fantastic. Marcus Rashford was fantastic. Rashford was actually substituted by Hannibal Majbri in 62nd minute and he was limping. He had a challenge which was surely a penalty but it was not given. One goal, one assist, uh, 68% accurate pass. So he has to improve this and key passes one and long balls 1 out of 0, big chances created one, shots on target one, shots off target. So he won 5 out of 6 ground duels. This was a very positive thing. I'm not sure. Rashford was looking very good, but I'm not sure he was up against Hector Bellerin, and it will be a difference when he will up against the right back in the Premier League. But I'm sure I'm happy what I saw yesterday from Rashford. Uh, Man United won it 3-2. Real Betis made it 1-0, courtesy of El Luzada in 15th minute. There was a goalkeeping error from Tom Hitton and then it was equalized by Marcus Rashford in the 18th minute, and it was a penalty 1-1. Amad Diallo made it 2-1 in the 24th minute, and it was a screamer. The goal came from actually the build-up of that goal was fantastic. The build-up was fantastic. Harry Amas actually dribbled past two players and he found he switched the sides. He found perfectly Amad Diallo. Diallo had a perfect touch, then a shot. Everything was perfect for that goal. It was fantastic. And then Casemiro made it 3-1 in the 31st minute, and Casemiro was unmarked in the box. We needed that. Everyone needed that performance from Casemiro. He scored a goal, and his general game was fantastic. His general game was fantastic, which I liked the most about him. So we saw the game against Real Betis, and uh, we saw the game Casemiro's performance against Rosenborg. It was not good, understandably so. They were coming back from a preseason off, and then a little bit improved in the game against Rangers. He was okay against Arsenal, and today, if we see the Casemiro had a good outing. He scored a goal. 84% accurate passes, and he was good actually. He was passing the eye test as well. He made one key pass, and that was actually a good thing from Casemiro. And accurate passes 84%. Long balls, he attempted 10 long balls and 5 were successful. So once he get into his strides, then it will improve his game time. Shots on target one, shots off target one, ground duels. Uh, 3 out of two aerial duels, 2 out of 2, 10 times possession lost in 62 minutes of game time. I think it is okay, but he needs to improve this. He lost the possession too many times, so Casemiro is the key going into the next season. uh, and Casemiro made two clearances. He was dribbled past 0 times. So it was good. Scott McTominay was okay. Jadon Sancho was okay. Diallo was fantastic. Rashford was fantastic. Ericsson had a good game. Casemiro had a good game. And Lindelof was okay. Harry Maguire was okay. Van Bissaka was okay. Harry Amos made that. I think he made that assist. And it was, I think, Harry Amas that made the assist to Amar Diallo. So it was a good game. Initially, it was a good game. Then the players, the substitutes came on. Mason Mount was good. He was looking sharp as ever, and he was good. And Mason Mount will be interesting to see where does he starts in the next season, because we have one player who is we have one player who is a definite starter, who is a Bruno Fernandes. So we have to give him the time, the game time, and uh, preseason. In this preseason, he is looking very, 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 very sharp. And once preseason is over, we'll go into the first game against Manchester City in the Community Shield, and I would see Bruno is not having a preseason, so the selection will be interesting. The selection will be very interesting. Who will start in the Community Shield? Bruno coming from off season, and he had a 3 weeks off, no preseason. Mason Mount is looking sharp, so I think we will see Mason Mount in the lineup as well. And he is winning his ground duels very sharp, very aggressive actions, progressive passes, uh, tackles. He is fantastic. Apart from that, there is a guy whom I like a lot, Toby Collier. Toby had played, I think, 30 to 35 minutes, and Toby Collier actually made 88% successful passes, 2 out of 2 long balls, 1 out of 1 aerial duels, possession loss 2 times, clearance 3 times, block shot 1, interception once, dribble pass 0. So what I think is that Toby Collier is a very, very, very interesting prospect, and he can actually break into the first team as Kobe Manu did. He can break into the first team as Alejandro Garnacho did. So we are very short in the midfield. So I think they will not loan him out. They will keep him as a third holding midfielder. And Maxi Oedeli, he's also looking good. So I would say we could we could I would say we could loan Maxi Oedeli out, and he can develop and keep Toby Collier around our squad. So Anthony was substituted, and I think he had a knock as well. Anthony is not impressing anymore. I'm his supporter that he needs to be into the squad. He needs to be around Manchester United, because we cannot get the money back what we paid him for him initially. So this is So we cannot get back the money what we paid initially. So we will see what happens uh, with Anthony. Marcus Rashford was limping and he was substituted. He received a knock, a challenge. That challenge was not good. It was not a worthy of a friendly challenge, and it is getting more and more frustrating preseason. So we have one preseason left, game left, and we have one preseason game left. So we'll see how we will play against Liverpool, and then we will be back in Manchester preparing for our uh, community deal games, and that will make us sign the player. So there is another update regarding the injuries. Lenny Euro is out for 3 months. Rasmus Højlund is out for at least 3 weeks, which means the Rasmus Højlund will miss the game against Manchester City, and he will miss the season opener against Fulham, and he will also miss a second game, and I think he will be back for the game against Liverpool, which is I think is at Old Trafford. So which makes Joshua Zirkzee as an only sole striker going into this game. It will be a very much important opportunity for him to. It will be a very important opportunity for him to impress and get the game time going. So uh, Lenny Yoro injury is concerning me. He is out for 3 months, and he did not had the injury history. He actually played just one season, so it was understandable that he will not have the injury history. So we will see how he will come back, and which makes us very in a very important position. I think we will go and get Delete very soon, because we cannot go into the season with either of Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. So I think Victor Lindelof will be sold, and we are having difficulties in selling the players because we did not have the sellable assets. These players are on a high wages, so that's why no other club is willing to pay these type of ridiculously high wages for the squad players. We will see how it goes. So think of uh, I can think of Victor Lindelof going, and then he will be replaced by Delete, and which will cover those 3 months for Lenny Euro, and we can get back to winning ways. We can get back to the starting center back partnership, which will most probably be Lisandro Martinez and Delete and Harry in left back position. And I also think we also need to sign a left-footed center back who can jeopardize uh, Lisandro Martinez, because I think Lisandro will have the injury. He's coming back from uh, winning the Copa America. He played, I think, every game. These tournaments are very very high intensity games that they took the toll on your mentally. So it will be interesting to see. Left back position, I think, is sorted. Luke Shaw is fit. We have Harry Emas. He is looking bright, and we have also uh, the guy that is injured for a long time. So he's also back in the individual training. It will take him 1 month or 2 months to get back into the team training, and eventually we will have him in the list. So right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is looking more and more likely to go. When Aaron Wan-Bissaka goes, we will see what will happen uh, to the replacement. I think the most obvious replacement, what I can think, will be. Nussair Mazrui. Mazrui is looking like an automatic upgrade to uh, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and he can play as a right back. He can play as a left back. So, which makes us, uh, which makes Nussair Mazrui a very good choice for us. Nussair Mazrui, uh, and then we will move into midfield. Midfield is very tricky. We need to get some players out from our playing 11, our squad. The players, I would say, get rid of Christian Eriksen, get rid of Scott McTominay, and once we get rid of these two players, then what we can do? We can sign two number eights who can play alongside, who can deputize Kobe Menu, and who can also give competition to Kobe Menu. In the number six position, we have Casemiro and we have Toby Collier, and I think we need one more signing. So one more signing would be ideally, I think it would be Manuel Ugarte. Manuel Ugarte is looking more and more and more and more likely to join Manchester United from Paris Saint Germain. We will see. Uh, and once that position is sorted, then uh, Casemiro's departure will depend on the proposal that we will receive from him. Casemiro, this game he was looking lively, he was looking sharp, and I think he will get better and better and better when he will keep playing the games. And if Casemiro goes, then we need to go and sign another player who could be Sufyan Amrabat, or it could be anyone who can be a bench player. Uh, I think our number 10 position is sorted. Bruno Fernandes always, and the backup would be Mason Mount. And we need to fix on number six and number seven and number eight, so that we can make our squad a well balanced squad. Apart from that, our left wing is sorted, right wing is sorted, number 10s are sorted. Striker, I think we need one more striker. The striker that can score the goals, who is a proven pre- Premier League goal scorer. It could be Ivan Toney. We will see what will happen with with Ivan Toney, because no club is going for him, and no club is currently bidding for Ivan Toney, and he's a good, and I think he has his limitations. When he's facing the goal, he is fantastic, and when he is not facing the goal, when he is playing with possession-based style teams, he is not good. We will see how that goes. And apart from that, I think we have squad is good. So if we get these signings that I have told, I have highlighted, then we'll do much better in the next coming season. Uh, which implies that we also need to work on, which also implies that we need to work on the training and stuff. We also need to work on the medical side of things to make it more injury free. As much as we do this, the better will be the season. The more injuries, and there will be more issues. So let me know if you have any questions you can ask. So I asked that what do you think about the Senchu or Hamad? So I think these both are good. They both, one is right winger, one is left winger. They both can play for possession based teams. If we play possession based, we both can play there. And we have Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho has more direct players, and If we talk about football, I would say technically these two are good. And if we compare our wingers, I would say Alejandro Garnacho is not a finished product yet, but he is a relentless presser. He will run for the team. Uh, he will good for a direct counter-attacking team, not a possession-based team. So we'll see how we'll play the games, and it will eventually be affected. Our starting 11, who will be starting. So